On this video, I'm going to talk about clarifying and simplifying your posts. This is important because there is so much out there that people could be reading. And if it's complicated, if it's tricky to read, if it's got long words in that people don't understand, they're going to switch off immediately. People's attention span has gone from this to kind of this recently. So, hi, I'm Lucy. I help female business builders to grow their team and scale their business online. I had a training about this, and it's something that I definitely try to implement as much as possible. And I can see that over a period of time, I've improved. So I can see from maybe a year ago or longer that my posts were too long, too wordy, they weren't clear, they weren't easy to read. And with doing it in this way, and I'm going to give you 5 steps to doing this, in doing it in this way, you're more likely to have your posts read. You're more likely to have somebody coming back to you because they have read your post and they've got some value from it and they want to find out some more information. So when you've heard, this is something you can do perhaps on your live. So here's something, if you've had a training and you're thinking, that was fantastic, I want to use that content and I want to tell people everything about it, right? So that's going to be too much. So if you just had an hour's training or a 2-hour training on something, but you've taken down some notes and you've taken down some top tips or you've made some bullet points, you can scan through that and you can compact it. So these are the 5 steps that I'm going to give to you. So the first step would be, and it's something, if I just go back a step as well, it's something that I noticed when I went to trainings. They were big trainings, there was a lot of information, there were lots of different people giving their different points and their different training about something. But for example, maybe there was a leadership training. And as soon as it got to the point where that person says, right, I'm going to give you 10 ships on leadership, everybody's pen and paper would come out, even the people that hadn't been taking notes. And it was like, people like lists, right? People like to make a list of something, and these are the points, and this is what I need to follow, and this is what it is. So think about yourself. Do you like that when somebody says, I'm going to give you 4 points, or I'm going to give you 10 points for whatever the subject is? And you go, oh, great, I can write a list. I know for me, that is the case as well. So going back to our 5 steps, the first thing is to do the research. Well, one way of researching is actually to have been in a training. Another way is if you've got an idea for a subject, you can Google it, you can go onto YouTube, you can read a book, you can go to so many different areas and research your subject. The second thing is to write that post, is to literally to write it. And when you're writing it, you can do that. I often speak into something and it dictates it for me because my spoken word is different than just my written word. So I find that's an easier way for me personally to do it. So it's just a little extra tip there. Write your post, write your email. And then the third thing is to go back over it, reread it out loud, and cut it back by about 10%. So even though you've tried to make it short in the first place, see if there are some words or a sentence that you can cut out and still get the same meaning and a better flow going through that post or email. Then the fourth thing is to make it as simple as possible. So like I said at the beginning, if there are tricky words, if there are big words in there that your newest member wouldn't understand, that your youngest member wouldn't understand, then make it simple. Make it so that somebody of school age, of a young school age, could understand what you had written, so that the brain of the person reading it does not have to work hard. People want it simple. And then they will take it in and they are more likely to read it down to the bottom. And then the fifth thing is to make the layout clear. So you can have all of these words, all of this information, but it's in a block. Make sure you leave some white space. perhaps put some bullet points in there, perhaps change the size of the words in different places, or highlight, bold, italics, that sort of thing, so that it draws the eye to the important parts of your post or email. So those are my 5 steps. I hope that really helps you to make things clear, and it clarifies things for people. They know if that's a post that they want to read the whole way through because of those kind of highlighted bits, and then you will get more engagement because of that. So wishing you an absolutely awesome day. Take care for now.